Viney Leora Fulbright. She was born on September the 23rd, 1873 in Missouri. She died October the 29th, 1959 in Fort Worth, Texas. Her father was Lanford Samuel Fulbright. Her mother was Mary Emily Beller, and they had 13 kids. Harvey Bright, Laura May, Alice Hodges, Viney Hodges, Emma May Hodges, William H. Hodges, Mary Ethel Hodges, Herman Walter Hodges, Charlie Brown Hodges, Earl Hodges, Claude Hodges, Fred Bickley Hodges, and Hugh L. Hodges, and Leora Hodges, and Maureen Hodges. So here's a little story about Viney Leora Fulbright.
This is Wiley Ray Hodges, about my grandmother Hodges. As a kid growing up, I remember visiting them. In the latter years, 10, 12, 15 years old, at the time, about in the late 30s, her three last boys lived there, Fred, Hugh, and Claude. When they moved out, she didn't have any income, or so to speak, as a widow, so they fixed the nice big house to where they had apartments in the front and hers in the back, and they rented it out. She had an income there for several years. It was on McCart Street at Biddison in the south part of Fort Worth. We grew up on the farm. Herman Walter Hodges, 9. My mother was passed away when I was 9. My little brother's 80. We would take the cantaloupes, the watermelons, the peaches, whatever we had on the farm, we'd take it down to the grandmother Hodges. She had a big old tree out there, and Dad would pile all this stuff up. We had a little red wagon. We put a big old box on there, a lettuce crate or whatever it was, and we'd go there every morning. We'd fill it up, go down the road, knock the doors, and then every old lady that was there would buy a little peaches, a little tomato, whatever we was selling, cantaloupes. It didn't take long. We sold, and then we'd go back up, get another load in a hot summertime, late spring, and we did this till we ran out of the stuff or the day was over with. So then in latter years, they sold the house, and her son, Huey L. Hodges, and his wife, it was the house at McCart Street in Biddison, the old farm, the old house. So she no longer could really take care of herself. So Uncle Huey and his wife volunteered to let her stay with them wherever they lived. They lived around Everman, Texas, Huey Hodges, and that was where she passed away. The other part of grandmother's family, the only one of all her brothers and sisters, was I remembered Uncle Charlie. His name was Charlie, what was his name? Billy Fulbright. William.
Yeah, William
she had several brothers and sisters. This particular one lived in Stephen County, around Strong, somewhere in there, and he was William Grayson Fulbright, but they called him Uncle Billy. And he had a wife named Vivian. They had a bunch of children. But in the oil bloom of Ranger, Texas, and everybody had some oil wells or gas wells. They drilled a gas well on his farm, and they left it. And he then tapped into it and run a gas line to his house. He had gas lights, gas heating, anything that could burn the gas, he had it. And then he also had made syrup.